Well, how's it going, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo? You're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Monday, June 21st, 2021, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Facebook.com/Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Everyone had a fantastic Father's Day weekend. Universal shared a new interview with Candyman director Nia DaCosta on Friday in which he discussed the horror film's connection to Juneteenth holiday. DaCosta said, in one way, it's a celebration of life, of freedom, of possibility. On the other side, it's incredibly difficult and there's a lot of pain. Juneteenth is the commemoration of June 19th, 1865, when Texas declared an end to slavery. President Joe Biden declared Juneteenth a federal holiday on Thursday. Candyman is based on a 1992 movie, which in turn was based on a Clive Barker story about a man, played by Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, who moves to Cabrini Green, the Chicago neighborhood from the original film. In Cabrini Green, neighbors would say the name Candyman 5 times in the mirror. Candyman, the killer with the hook, would appear. The backstory of Candyman is that he was a slave murdered for a relationship with a white woman. DaCosta says Candyman becomes a legendary killer in modern-day times, spoke to civil rights struggles throughout generations. DaCosta said, in the real world, we create monsters of men of all time. People are murdered, they become either saints or they are vilified. Tony Todd played Candyman in the original and 2 sequels. Todd is in DaCosta's film too. DaCosta co-wrote the script with producers Jordan Peele. Candyman was originally scheduled for release in 2020, but Universal postponed it during the COVID-19 pandemic. The film is now set to open in theaters on August 27th. The 4th and final installment in Sony's Hotel Transylvania film franchise will be released in theaters October 1st instead of July 23rd as planned. Deadline and Variety reported the schedule changed Friday. The movie's Twitter page was updated to say it would be released this fall only in theaters. The voice cast for Hotel Steve Buscemi, David Spade, Asher Binkloff, Brad Abrell, Fran Drescher, Jim Gaffigan, and Molly Shannon. Brian Hull is taking over the role of Vampire Drac from Adam Sandler. The synopsis reads, reunite with your favorite monsters for an all-new adventure that presents Drac with his most terrifying task yet. When Van Helsing's mysterious invention, the monstrification ray, goes haywire, Drac and his monster pals are all transformed into humans, and Johnny becomes a monster. In their new mismatched bodies, Drac, stripped off his powers, and exuberant Johnny, loving life as a monster, must team up and race across the globe to find a cure before it's too late, and before they drive each other crazy. With the help of Mavis and the hilarious human Drake pack, the heat is on to find a way to switch themselves back before their transformation becomes permanent. The release of many movies have been delayed or moved to streaming service during the past year because of the coronavirus pandemic. Film star Kevin Costner celebrated the 30th anniversary of his medieval adventure movie Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves with a Twitter post. He tweeted Friday, along with photos from the 1991 film, this week marks 30 years since Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves has been in the world. Hard to believe 3 decades have passed. I love hearing from fans their personal memories surrounding this movie. It is a special one to you. Tell me why. Costner, who now stars in Yellowstone and was last seen in the film Let Him Go, played a titular hero in the blockbuster, which co-starred Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio as Lady Marian, Alan Rickman as the Sheriff of Nottingham, Morgan Freeman as Azim, Christian Slater as Will Scarlet, and Sean Connery as King Richard. The film's theme song, Bryan Adams' Everything I Do It For You, became a huge radio hit and won a Grammy. Netflix is developing a new comedy inspired by the Los Angeles Lakers. Variety reported Friday that Netflix ordered the Office comedy series from Ellen Coe, and Mindy Kaling. Deadline says the 10-episode series is inspired by the front office of the Los Angeles Lakers. The show will explore the personal and professional dynamic between the owners of a fictional NBA team and the front office. The untitled series follows fictional team governor Eliza Redd as she navigates NBA ownership and family drama with her best friend by her side. Real-life Lakers president Janine Buss and executive producer Linda Rambis will executive produce the series, according to the Hollywood Reporter. Coe, who will write the script, executive produce, and serve as the showrunner. Callie and Howard Klein will also serve as executive producers. The new series will mark Calling's second series at Netflix. Netflix released a trailer for Season 2 of Calling's coming-of-age comedy drama Never Have I Ever on Friday. Season 2 will premiere in July. HBO is also developing Showtime, a series about the Los Angeles Lakers inspired by Jeff Pearlman's book Showtime Magic, Kareem, Riley, and the Los Angeles Lakers dynasty of the 1980s. Actresses Gail Gadot and Lip Sync Battle co-star Chrissy Teigen praised their spouses on Father's Day social media posts. Gadot has been married to Jaron Varsano since 2008. She is pregnant with their third child. Gadot said in a Facebook post Sunday, "Babe, we won the jackpot with you as the greatest dad in the world. You give our girls a perfect example of how a man should behave, and the love and patience showed them is endless. The unconditional support you give them, and the knowing they will never walk alone, because you'll always got their back, are such a strong base to who they will grow up to be. My love for you grows bigger every day. Seeing you inspire them, teaching them, challenging them, loving them. I know they will become the amazing women we dream they will be. Thank you for being the dad that you are. More to come. Hashtag girl dad. Hashtag Father's Day." Teigen and singer John Legend tied the knot in 2013. They have 2 children. Teigen told Legend in an Instagram post, "There are no words, only tears that I am fresh off to everything. We love you forever." Ari Luyendyk Jr.'s newborn daughter is home from the hospital. The race car driver and real estate broker captioned Saturday's Instagram photo of him holding his infant twins. "Best early Father's Day gift, our baby girl is home. Lauren has surprised me this morning when she came home from the hospital with her. Check out the last pic." Luyendyk and his wife Lauren Burnham welcomed the baby boy and girl last week. Breathing issues kept their daughter in the hospital a few days longer, but she was released Saturday with a clean bill of health. The couple met on the ABC dating show The Bachelor in 2018 and got married the following year. They're also the parents of a 2-year-old daughter, Alessi. Burnham commented on Saturday's post, "Love our fam. Let's also never forget the pterodactyl screams from Alessi in the background while we took the photo." New York's 20th Tribeca Festival ended Saturday with the screening of a documentary about comedian Dave Chappelle, the first live event at Radio City Music Hall since 1 year in March amid the coronavirus pandemic. The festival press release said about its closing night, "Fueled by the murder of George Floyd, shut in by the closures of businesses and unable to perform around the country, the movie follows Chappelle as he provides the community he calls home with 2 things desperately needed in difficult times: economic and comic relief." The audience was fully vaccinated and mostly unmasked, according to the Hollywood Reporter. Filmmakers Steve Bognar and Julia Reinhardt walked the red carpet along with Tribeca Festival co-founder and CEO of Tribeca Enterprise, Jane Rosenthal, Tribeca Enterprise CCO, Paula Weinstein, Tribeca Festival Director, Carla Cosumano, Festival Juror Sharon Stone, Iyaba Boy, Judith Gernrich, Sabrina Schmidt-Gordon, Delroy Lindo, Omar Wetwally, and Hari Neff. Other attendees included Jesse Williams, Bob Saget, Dale Moss, Zoe Kravitz, and Anthony Anderson. The event, which took place on the weekend of the first federally recognized Juneteenth holiday, also included a surprise concert featuring Q-Tip, De La Soul, Fat Man, and Redman. Will Smith shared on Instagram Saturday the title and cover art for his upcoming memoir. Smith captioned a video of himself transformed by a cartoon face filter and holding up the book. "My first book ever, WTH. Pre-order in my bio or willsmith.com. Thank you at Mark Monson for rocking with me." The cover featured a sketch of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Men in Black, and Independence Day star's face. The post has already gotten 400,000 likes. Smith co-wrote the book with Mark Manson and is set for publication on October 9th. The synopsis memoir says one of the most dynamic and globally recognized entertainment forces of our time opens up fully about his life, in a brave and inspiring book that traces his learning curve to a place where outer success, inner happiness, and human connection are aligned. Along the way, Will tells a story in full of one of the most amazing rides through the worlds of music and film that anyone has ever had. Taylor Swift is releasing a new re-recorded version of her 2012 album Red on November 19th. Swift said on Twitter Friday, alongside a note about the album and a picture of herself wearing a red hat, this will be the first time you'll hear all 30 songs that were meant to go on Red. The next album that I'll release is my version of Red, which will be out on November 19th. This will be the first time you'll hear all 30 songs that were meant to go on Red. And, hey, one of them is even 10 minutes long. Red's Taylor's version comes after the singer released a re-recorded version of Fearless in April. Swift announced in November 2020 that she'll be re-recording all her old music after School of Bronze sold her master recordings to equity company Shamrock Holdings. The re-recordings will allow Swift to own a version of her old music. She signed a new record deal with Universal Music Group in November 2018. The deal allows Swift to own her master recordings, starting with the release of 2019, Lover. Little Baby and Little Durk's The Voice of the Heroes is the #1 album in the United States. Coming in number 2 on the Billboard 200 charts, dated Saturday, is Olivia Rodrigo's Soul War, followed by Morgan Wallen's Dangerous, the double album, number 3, J. Cole's The Off-Season, number 4, and Tomorrow Times Together, The Chaos Capture Freeze at number 5. Rounding up the top tier are Moneybagg Yo's A Gangster Pain at number 6, Dua Lipa's Future Nostalgia at number 7, Taylor Swift's Evermore number 8, The Weeknd's After Hours at number 9, and Luke Combs' What You See Is What You Get at number 10. The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard, an action comedy starring Salma Hayek, Ryan Reynolds, and Samuel L. Jackson, is the #1 movie in North America, earning $11.7 million receipts this weekend, BoxOfficeMojo.com announced Sunday. Coming at the number 2 is A Quiet Place Better Part 2 with $9.4 million, followed by Peter Rabbit 2, The Runaway at number 3 with $6.1 million, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It at number 4 with $5.2 million, and Cruella at number 5 with $5.1 million. Right at the top tier are In the Heights at number 6 with $4.2 million, Spirit Untamed at number 7 with $1.6 million, 12 Mighty Orphans at number 8 with $870,000, The House Next Door, Meet the Blacks at number 2 with $9 million, and Wrath of Man at number 10 with $450,000. Quiet Place 2, Part 2, which was released 23 days ago, is the highest growing film of the year with $125.3 million domestically. Second highest is Godzilla vs. Kong with $98.8 million. Several of the films in the top 10 are also available on streaming platforms, and a strategy to reach as many people possible during the coronavirus pandemic, which has kept many cinemas closed for nearly a year. And that is your entertainment report for Monday, June 21st, 2021. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.